Hello, we are live again. Welcome, hope you're having a great week. We're going to continue where we left off yesterday. And I'm actually going to show you some progress that I made with a playable character. Now, it's not finished, nowhere near finished, but I think it's in a decent enough state where I can actually test it and show you what's going on so far. So it's a little bit different today. It won't just be the environments today. I'll show off the character here, and there's still a lot of work to do. I haven't even animated the fingers. Even the animations themselves are really quick. Like, I didn't really take much time on them, so you know, it's not in a state of critique, but I think if I can at least show you something, it's better than nothing. Right, I just need to pause this stream here. Hold on a minute, turn that volume down. Okay. Hello, Bovaretta. Nice to see you, being the first one here. That's quite rare. Hey, Alpha, welcome back. You enjoying your new PS4? I've seen your progress. It's looking good so far. Just need to be careful with that thermal. It might kill you in the end. Hey, House Moomin. Welcome back. It's great to see you again. Hope you're also making some good progress today. So I don't know if you caught me at the beginning of the stream. I was basically saying that I was going to show off this character, just to give you an idea of what I've been working on. Literally, I was working on this like last night for like an hour maybe, and then today for another hour. So there's not a lot of work being put into it, but I think it's pretty decent. It's not too bad. So let me see the volume here. Not that you're going to hear much, but in fact, it probably doesn't matter. I put some sound effects in, but I don't think it's a big deal. So here's my logic. It's very simple, just a bit messy, but it's very simple enough. So we've got our character here, and this is like the standard pose that she will normally stand in. Now, like I said, none of these animations are final, none of these poses are final. It's literally just really quick, and as long as I've got the logic working, I can always update all of the poses and all of the animations. So basically, what you can do is you can I've got the tank controls working. So if you move forward, she walks forward. If you press the back button, she walks backwards. All very simple. And then depending on which direction you go, you can make her face left and right. Very simple. When I was looking at the pre-made tank controls that we used on Puppy the Trinker, there was logic. That logic was very complicated, and I couldn't really understand it. So the logic I made is very simple, very, very simple, and it's really easy to make tank controls. So don't be afraid if you ever want to give it a go. That thermal was a mess. Indeed, I was very shocked because normally when I'm creating a scene, when I'm that early in a scene, I don't have that big a gameplay thermal. Maybe graphics, but gameplay, no, that's a big disaster, because you can always reduce your graphics, but your gameplay, that's the tricky part, because it's like there's no real tool to lower your gameplay. You're just going to have to figure out little tweaks and things. Wheels 1820 Media, hello. I changed my name from Creative Studios. Okay, fair enough. Well, welcome back. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're relishing your Friday. Are you a Dreams player too? Are you creating anything? Are you playing anything interesting lately? I'm just showing off my character today because I was working on it earlier today, and I thought, hey, what the hell? Let's start the stream by showing her off. So we've got the tank controls working, and the other controls we've got is the run. Now I've got a run. She's a little bit janky right now because the only animations I've not actually put in is walking or running animations. These are all the procedural generated ones, so this is all automatic. But if you hold square she can run. So you can see she's not entirely proper. Like, she's alright. She walks a bit funky, but literally all I did was make her walk forward. That was all I did. I didn't animate her at all. But so we kind of asked a few of you what you think the good pose would be. So I kept her gun up when she's walking, and then when she runs, the gun kind of goes down, you know. And then I've also put in the aiming. So if you hold R1, you can aim. She kind of spreads her legs a little bit there, you know. It's a bit weird though. I was finding, like, when you keyframe her legs, like the arms instant, but the legs are a bit funny. Look, they kind of go like one then the other. It's kind of weird. I don't know why it takes that long, because it's not on a timeline, it's an instant keyframe. So basically we've got our aiming, and you can also aim up and you can aim down. So if you want to face like a dog or a zombie on the ground, you can do it like that. Or if there's a bird, a crow, or something that's flying, or what you could do in the original Resident Evil games was, if you had a shotgun and you went up to a zombie, if you held up, you could actually blow the zombie's face right off if you were close enough. So there is a good tactic for facing up, not just for flying things. And obviously if the zombie falls and he's crawling towards you, or if he's on the ground staggered, before he gets back up, you can put a few more bullets into him if you so please. Of course we can shoot. I think you can probably hear the audio there. I just haven't done the animations for this part, so when you shoot down or you shoot up, I've only did the keyframe for the middle one, but basically, yeah, you can shoot up, down, middle, and obviously you can go for a wee stroll if you want. So I think it's good. Once I get more work done on this, I'll be able to tidy it up. Graphically, I need to tidy her up. She's a bit. I need to fix some of the trousers. I'm going to change her face as well. Fix the fingers around the gun, and then I'm going to implement all the other guns. So I'll quickly show you some of the other guns that I've got planned. So, here's all the guns here. So the one we're using right now is this one here. This is the handgun, and it's because I've made these all invisible. You can actually see all the fire bursts. I'll just do this really quickly so you don't have to see the bright lights. Okay, there we go. So this is the handgun that we're using for her. Looks pretty sweet, by the way. If anyone wants to use this, just search for a gun collection by Liquid Snake. He's got a bunch of great guns, like very well articulated. I mean, look at that. Even inside the gun has been modelled, and like you would never see this, but you know, even in here, look, he's got the bullets and the cartridge. Everything looks great. Maybe for a first-person game, you probably see the detail more for this game, because my camera angle is a bit further. See, if you go in close, you can see the detail, but when I'm a bit further out, you're not going to see it that much. But I still appreciate the detail. So my idea is that she'll have this handgun, then she will find a long-range shotgun, which I think again looks pretty awesome. Then we've got the Uzi. Got to have a bit of a machine gun action there. So she'll eventually pick that up next. And then I'm thinking, I wanted to put a grenade launcher in the game, but I'm thinking if I put the rocket launcher in, maybe the secret weapon, the powerful weapon, would be like a Magnum. So I think the Magnum looks pretty nice, to be honest. So maybe I change it for a grenade launcher later, but I'm liking the Magnum, got to say. I think it looks pretty cool. It's even got all the bullets inside, look. Nice detail. And the rocket launcher, it's not really going to be something that you can equip throughout the game. It's more like, you know, last boss territory. to use a rocket launcher. So these will be the weapons that we're going to use for Lisa, and I'll show you. Let me see, Dreamers. I'll show you the collection that I used to find this. It was from Liquid Snake, not that Liquid Snake. It's the Dreams Liquid Snake. So if you go in here, it should be near the start here, it's there, his weapons collection. So you go in here and he's got a bunch of different weapons. So pistols, revolvers, SMGs, shotguns, blah blah blah. Even melee weapons. I'm probably going to add a knife to the game as well. Whether I use this knife, I don't know, but I definitely will add a knife to the game. I like that he's got two different ones to add a bit of variety, and then he's got, like, if you want ammo for your game, if you want weapon attachments, scopes, silencers, grips, and then he's got other parts, some stock parts for your gun. So if you make a game where you can upgrade your weapons, then obviously these individual parts will come in handy. What I was going to do is, for Lisa, we've got her weapons, and rather than reuse the same weapons for the second character, Jason, I thought I would give him completely different weapons. So it's still the same idea. You've got the pistol, you've got the shotgun, machine gun, a powerful weapon, and a rocket launcher. So it's really the same class, but just a different type of weapon. So this is the one that Lisa is going to be using. So I'm thinking this one here could be the one that Jason uses, so at least it's a little bit different. And then the same with the shotgun. So I gave Lisa the long version. Now the reason I gave Lisa the long version is that because I gave her the Uzi, which is more short ranged, I thought I need to give her a bit of range. So I gave her the long shotgun, and then I'll give Jason the sawed-off one, so the shorter one. So he has maybe a bit more power but less range. And his range weapon, let me turn this down. His range weapon is going to come from the assault rifles. So I don't know if I'm going to use these ones specifically, but this one does look pretty cool. Maybe I use this one for Jason instead of the Uzi. So it's kind of cool that all the characters have their own unique weapons throughout the game. So not only are you getting two brand new campaigns with their own story and their own path through the game, their own boss battles, but they're also going to get their own weapons. So it's like, it adds a little bit extra variety, so you're not just doing the same thing again. Everything feels a little bit more fresh. And I could probably do the same here as well. I could give one of these knives to one of the characters, give the other knife to the other character as well. So it just adds more variety, and they're all high quality weapons. I literally didn't search for any weapons because I knew Liquid Snake, because I searched previously for weapons. I knew that he made a lot of good ones. So there's the revolver I gave Lisa. So I'll probably give I love the name, the Raging Judge. I'm probably going to give this one to Jason again, so they have their own weapons. But it's pretty cool. So if you're ever looking to make a game with guns and weapons, definitely give this collection a look. It's very, very high detailed, and I'm sure there's other people that have made weapons too. I think good old Usable Hamburger, he made a lot of good weapons as well. I just haven't had the time to check them out yet. I think he's got more long range assault rifles as well. Will you get the PS5? I intend to. I'm still waiting for the price and the release date. So hopefully that gets announced pretty soon, but it's definitely something I would like to get. I never got a PS4 Pro, so in my mind I'm like, okay, since I saved money not buying a PS4 Pro, I'll just get a PS5, and then that way I can also improve the performance of Dreams, which is kind of important for me, because when you create on a base PS4, sometimes it can be a bit more restrictive. Certainly with thermal, you get like maybe like 1/3 of the thermal that you would get on a Pro. So if you're on a PS5, I'd imagine you're going to get even more. So it's going to be pretty powerful. I think I might have misunderstood what you were asking about the movement earlier. Oops. What with the gun? Just holding the gun up and down. So when she walks, she holds the gun up. And when she runs, she holds the gun down the way. Because in the Resident Evil remake, the first one, Jill, she holds the gun down, but when she runs, she holds it like that. And then Chris, he's the opposite. So he holds it like that when he's walking, and then when he's running, he holds it down the way. So that's why I wasn't sure what way to do it. So I've just done it the way that Chris Redfield holds it. Maybe if we feel we need to change it, it's a simple change. I just need to move the wire between the two keyframes, so it's not a big deal. Easy fix. You sure that's SFD? Sounds gruesome. What's SFD? Please refresh me here. Hello Isaac, nice to see you again. How is the weather treating you? I hope you're not melting to a crisp liquid. I'd love to do a great Solid Snake voice. Sometimes I can do it, but I feel like I'd need to do it like 10 times before I get it right, you know? So there's no point. There's just no point. Hello Scheme, welcome back. I'd say you're probably on time today. Thank God. First, yep, Scheme was the first in the chat today. Don't know how you managed it, but you've done it yet again. First at being late. I know he's the king of the laters. For the rocket launcher, will the environment be destructible? No. I think if I make the environment destructible, it's it just wouldn't be Resident Evil, because I don't think Resident Evil's ever done that kind of thing, you know. Who knows? Maybe in the cutscene, if I fire the rocket launcher, I could definitely make something get destroyed. Just in gameplay terms, probably not. I think that's going to take a lot of thermal, and it's not really the type of game where you're breaking things and blowing things up. So I think if I do break anything, it'll be in a cutscene, sure. But the rocket launcher is not going to be like the main weapon anyway. So it's literally just going to be there, you know, at the end of the game. It's tradition. You got to finish off the final boss with one last rocket to the face. And unless you're thinking about Resident Evil 5, that was 2 rockets to the face at the same time, which was very impressive. Very creative indeed. I mean, that was a game where you could punch a boulder, so I mean, they really went all out for the power. Joking Scheme, welcome. I know, we're slyly telling the truth, aren't we? Or at least somewhat destructible. Yeah, probably just for a cutscene. John Jerry Stevie's desperate to get that late leg wrapped around someone today. Who's it going to be? I don't think Joe's here. Maybe we'll get Joe today. No, surely that is meant for Joe Rowe when he shows up an hour from now. Yep, that sounds about right, I think. When LB said sod off, I thought he said sod off. Are you making fun of my accent? Yeah, the sod off and sod off, you son of a bitch. A sawed off shotgun to make the zombies sawed off. I know, it's just like the Joker, you know when he fires the gun and it comes out and it's like bang. This one just says sawed off and the zombies go, oh, screw you. That'd be quite good. Maybe I should do that as an Easter egg. How many legs out of 10? I'm not sure how many numbers that equates to. I will wait for the PS5. Yeah, I mean, I guess most people would probably wait for it. For me, I've had the PS4 since launch, so it's been like almost 7 years since I've bought a PlayStation. So I think 7 years, I think I'm due a new PlayStation. So I'll probably just get the PS5 on day one, and that'll do me, I think. Hopefully it improves the streaming as well. That way we don't have to rush to get the streaming PC. At least that can tide me over for a little bit longer. Hopefully. We'll see. The gun collection is a leg out of 10. I think I'm understanding how powerful this leg is. It's a pretty high score, isn't it? Scheme cost equals Firecat out of 10. See, that's the question now. Is the Firecat or the leg the higher grade? That's the question of the day. SFD, safe for Dreams. What's safe for Dreams? The guns? I'm not sure what you were talking about. Sounds gruesome. I don't know what I said, so you need to remind me. Hopefully it wasn't something that was too grotesque. How would anybody know what that means? SFD. I think you just made that up. How... Shonno? Is that his new name? The leg in the Firecat out of 10. Wow, that is off the charts. I don't even know if that one exists. Scheme was about 16 minutes late. Don't check it. Just believe me. 16 minutes, you say? Well, normally I give people like 20 minutes leeway. Sometimes 15, but sometimes 20. If they're not a repeat offender, I'll give them till 20 minutes. 16 minutes early, please believe me too. LittleBigAnimation, buffering out of 10. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Hello, Joe! Oh, Joe. You know what time it is, don't you, Joe? Nice weapons, yeah. These are going to be the weapons that we're going to use for the main character. One of the main characters. The second main character is going to get his own collection of weapons, too. And they look pretty good, don't they? These could fit right into GTA. He's late! Indeed he is. My favourite part, yeah. I'm sorry, Joe. I don't have John Jerry Steve in the scene. However, that is easily rectified. I just always forget what he's called. Because he's not called John Jerry Steve. There you go, there you go. You know what? I'm going to give you the big leg today. I'm going to make it so big that the guns aren't even going to be a match for him. Now there you go. No matter where we go on the screen, you need to look at that leg. You need to look at my beautiful guns and look at his beautiful gun leg. I know the guns are for your arms, but John Jerry Steve's legs are technically also considered guns. So enjoy. See what you put everyone else through, Joe. When I say destructible, I mean like maybe you shoot a wall and a few bricks fall down. Maybe. As long as the thermal isn't too disastrous, I'm sure I could do it. You're not late, Joe. Is that a fact? Or it just leaves a big black stain and some cracks. Yeah, I think probably a black stain would be good. I need to figure out the best way to do it, because it's like the player can aim in any direction, so I need to make sure I've got enough black spots all around the walls, so no matter where you aim, you'll at least activate one of them. You have an excuse, Joe? Let's hear it. What's your excuse today? Give him the leg, LB. Oh, you got the big leg today. This is one of the biggest legs we've seen in our days of streaming. There was this event in GTA. What was the event? Try and not get strangled by John Jerry Steve. No time for excuses. What's the excuse this time, Joe? I'm ready to believe. It's the spirit. I got struck by lightning. You mean there was an event in GTA and you got struck by lightning? Talk about luck. The leg equates to about 5,185.25. I'd say that's quite good. But what is it in pi? That's the real question. I mean, the zombie's brains being blown out. The zombie's brains. Well, I was really just referencing Resident Evil. I wasn't really talking about Dreams, but you can definitely blow the head off. Boom, it's gone. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. As long as it's not too grotesque, you know, maybe their head just disappears. 1 minute it's there, 1 minute it's gone. And we'll just assume. I feel your pain, Joe. That was why I was late a few weeks ago. I know there's this thundercloud following people around these days. I'm going to watch a film. See you soon. Yeah, no worries. Enjoy your Friday. I'll see you next time. Hey, Creek Vulture, welcome back. Hello. How thermal friendly are those weapons? They look super detailed. Very thermal friendly, actually. Let me see. Move John Jerry Steve out of the way. So the handgun doesn't disappear because I've got it here. I think that's why. The Uzi, the Uzi was 5%. The Magnum was 5%. The shotgun 5%, and the rocket launcher 3%. Surprisingly, the one that packs the biggest punch is less. So yeah, they're about 3 to 5%. Of course, you can probably reduce them. I don't know what they look like right now. So yeah, they've got some red spots. You can definitely reduce. Because like I said, if you're not making a first-person shooter game, you're not really going to see much of this. So, see my gun, it's shrunk down quite a bit. So you're not really going to see that detail. So you could reduce it quite a wee bit. I think he's just very good at optimizing, to be honest. I'm sure Scheme will give you the lowdown on how exactly these guns have been optimized. I think he just uses a lot of good painting, good texturing, because it gives the illusion that the shotgun has a lot of intricate parts, but it's pretty simple. Just looks very pretty. I think that's all it is. But yeah, it's not, the thermal's not too high. The Firecat equates to about 519.31. It's not quite as strong as the leg. How unfortunate. Yeah, no, Scheme, I just copied it. Alright, he was like doing a rain dance outside. You were begging. So Scheme is a repeat offender. Remember when he was always late? I remember those days. I think he's on the straight and narrow now. I think he's sorted out his life for the better. I think John Jerry Steve has really taught him what it meant to live, and I think he's really taken that to heart, or to leg, I don't know. Any day now, I'm waiting for my purple imp. Yeah, I don't know what the date it was that you became a member. I can check for you, but I'm assuming it was around this time, maybe. It should have updated already. Guess we'll see. Oh, too late, Joe. You got the leg. I hope you enjoyed that one. It was mainly just for you. Your eyes are burning. Good. How Shmoom has obviously hit his head and is misremembering stuff. You forgot John Jerry Steve's birth name, Heresy. We all know it's Corpse H Flower. I knew it was Corpse Flower. I swear. I just didn't know it was Corpse H Flower. Okay. Smooth OS Scheme. Right, let's call him that. Can you please take the leg off the screen? Alright, there you go. Look at that, look at all that thermal. I mean, John Jerry Steve's leg takes up like 90% of that thermal. I'd love to see a challenge, a John Jerry Steve leg challenge, to see if you can reduce the thermal limit on that leg. I don't think it's possible, but you can try. So I'll make all these invisible again so we don't have to witness them. So, yeah, that's basically the character, like a basic version of her. So she can turn around when she's aiming, bang, 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 you're dead. Aim up, aim down, whee! She's very flexible, and we can walk, we can run, it's all good. So, like I said, I haven't even properly done the keyframes. I literally just moved her arm down. I didn't do the fingers, I didn't position the hands properly. As you can see, everything's a bit wonky. Just to get the idea for basically just to get the logic working. That was it. You know, because obviously I can't have you walking when you aim. So I had to put in logic that basically said when you aim, you can't walk forward or back anymore. You can only go left to right, and then up and down is for this here. Whee! The same thing with run. We've got an animation here, but when you run, it changes. That's really it, to be honest. When you aim up, you can't really turn either. Aim down, you can't turn, just in the middle. That's the way I've done it anyway. So I'll show you what she looks like in an actual scene. I think you're going to like this. So let me update everything here. Bring everything up to the maximum. Okay, so don't save because I didn't actually do anything there. So there's still work to be done here. It's far from finished. This is literally like a couple of hours work, and I was actually impressed how much I actually got done in that time. So I started to update the graphics on her face, change a few things here and there, update all the animations. I need to put in some change her walk and her run depending on how much health she has. So I need to do that next, and then I need to implement the inventory once we've actually finished it. So there's still a bit of work to be done, but I'm confident by the end of the month I'll have a solid enough character who has an inventory with maps and can go around the demo section of the game. So I'll take out little Puppy the Trinker here. Sorry, Puppy the Trinker. Your days are numbered, my friend. So all we need is a player tag, I think, if we want to put her through a door. So I'll quickly show you what this looks like. I tested this today and I still haven't fixed the cameras, so that's the next step. After I get the character finalised, I'll add logic to her, and so that she can trigger the cameras more precisely, because right now the cameras are a bit hit and miss. I think I kind of started doing it here, but I didn't. Yeah, like I did it here and here, but I didn't finish. So I'll show you what it's like, and we'll have Isaac's music as well. Don't worry, I'll delete this when the time comes. I still need the floor for testing, so I can't delete it yet. So we'll put her here, and I'll give you a wee lowdown on how this is. Oh, hello, how this is going to work. Right. So I just need to put in a tag, just so we can go through a door. Nothing special. Okay. And I think you'll like this. So if you're listening on headphones, you might be able to hear the sound effects. I put in some floorboards sound effects when she walks and runs, and also Isaac's music is here. I've turned up the volume as much as I can. If you're listening on a TV or somewhere where you can't really hear too well, you might not hear the music because it's more of an ambient track, so it's not as strong. So I'll pause the music here in a moment, and then I'll play through the scene and give you a quick little demonstration of how she works. You could use a laser pointer to emit bullet damage on the walls. I'll need to experiment with that. I haven't even started the combat logic, but I'll take a look at it and I'll see what I can do. I don't want to make it, if it's too much thermal or too much work to make every wall, you know, capable of having damage on it, I won't do it. But if it's a quick thing that I can implement, maybe in places that are more appropriate, then I can definitely do it. Oh, I thought you were thinking of DDing what? Adding that? I can't. What, the damage? To be honest, like, it's just because survival horror games, they don't really focus on damage. But of course, if I've got time, it's a little extra I can definitely add. I don't think it's so essential, but I think, like I say, if I've got time, I guess it can only make the game better. Thinking of DDing Whoman 2020. That's your slogan for president. Decent thermal, especially if there's only going to be one in the scene. Yeah. But for me, they're all going to be in the scene because technically you can equip all of these weapons, so I need to make sure they're all available in the scenes. I'll probably just need to reduce the thermal for each of them and optimize the best I can. I'm sure I can get all the weapons in, no problem. I hope. John Jerry Steve, the ugly cousin of Godzilla. How dare you? Godzilla's beautiful. It's beautiful. Actually, duplicates wouldn't add any either, would they? They shouldn't. If you add too many duplicates, depending on the complexity, you can add more to the gameplay thermal. But that's about it. I got mine the day after Schemes, I think. Can't remember when Scheme got his. What is that? You got the leg? John J. Steve isn't ugly, Joe. He's just refined. Thanks, now my eyes are feeling well again. Well, I think you had enough punishment for one day. I got mine on day one, I think. Joe, John Jerry Steve is beautiful. He reads the comments, you know, he does. And not only does he read the comments, but he reads like everything you say directly from your throat. He can literally use the vibrations of your throat to hear what you're saying through his leg. He's trained in that. It comes in handy, you know. Also, how many of the trance tracks I sent you have you listened to so far, LB? About 4. The first 4 that you sent me. I feel like I listened to 4 and in my head was like, oh, it's too much emotion, you know. And I had to like take a little bit of a break. But I'll listen to more of them. I actually did bring up a live stream, a 24/7 live stream of trance tracks today. There's about 4 different channels that do it, but I picked one of them and I was listening to it today when I was fixing up the character. It's pretty good. Just takes a toll on your emotional state. I didn't realise trance was so tragic, you know. Assuming the membership video was in day 1, I got my membership on the 17th of July. Okay, so yeah, it should be any day now. I think Scheme was like a couple of days before you, so you'll probably notice his change first. Also, a few more days until I get my beautiful purple imp. I know it's going to be weird to see the red imp change, but, you know, times are changing. His leg is ugly because it's so good detail. Today, another leg nightmare. The detail is what makes it. His leg is beautiful. Almost as beautiful as Bovaretta's nose. Her nose. I don't think we've ever actually spoke about Bovaretta's nose, to be honest. I didn't even know she had a nose. Oh, she's back. John Jerry Steve ate the cookies he baked for me. How could he? How could he do that? Right now he's baking pie for me. Let's hope he doesn't eat it. Let's hope he doesn't burn it to a crisp. Like last time with that blueberry pie he made in the hospital. Sounds about right. Bovaretta is out of her dungeon again. I think House Moon lets her stretch her legs for a little bit. Stretch her toenails. Schemes in love. Yeah, she's at John J. Steve's house for the week. The whole week? That's quite generous. Better watch, that's a deadly combination. No school next week? For you, Joe? Or are you talking about Bovaretta? I didn't know she still went to school. Love the look of this area, LB, especially with the new player model. Yeah, it looks pretty good, and like I mentioned to you before on PSN, this is just the second draft of the environment. I'll definitely update it again. I'll probably update these shelves a bit more detail on the floor. Maybe I'll replace the wall or change the colour, or maybe I'll paint over some of these marks, because I think there's too many marks I think is a bit much, so I think I'll paint over some of these, just so it's like the odd one here and there that we can see. But I'm not really going to worry too much about the third draft until like near the end of the game. As long as I've got the game playable and it looks decent, then I'm happy. And then any time I've got left after that, I can basically just update. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a map. So you're not going to get the map freely, you have to pick it up. I'm thinking about putting the map on this wall here. So the camera angle is going to be like this. So it should be very easy to see. And I'll make it flash and make sure people will actually press X on it. Who knows if they will. If they're not used to these kind of games, they might just run past it and not realise. But I'm thinking there's going to be a map here. John Jet Steve has almost all the luck. Just almost. I meant the zombie brain gruesome head blowing. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how gory I would make it, but like I said, I could probably just make the head vanish. Oh, it's gone. The zombie's dead. Hey Will Crazy! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Try doing full guy on Dream. A full guy on Dream. I mean, that's probably... I can do a John Jerry Steve one, but I don't know if I could do a full guy. Yeah, school for me next week, but it will be my last year of high school. But you're not free. I'm sorry to tell you, unless you get a job, you're not free. Yeah, I didn't know trance would be so emotional either until I listened to it, and now you're like you're hooked up. You're hooked up like Neo from the Matrix, just listening to trance all the time. You know, you're plugged in at the back. That's your life now. Gotta love Full Guy. I know, Full Guy's the best. I got to go back to Hell School next week too. So Joe gets a week off, and you don't. What's going on? I think he meant Fall Guys. Fall Guys. So let me read his comment again. Try doing Fall Guys on Dreams. I did play it. I played it on Monday, but it was literally just one mini game where you had to jump over these rotating things. So it didn't really hold my attention for too long. But yeah, I might do a Fall Guys stream one day. Could even do it tomorrow, maybe, if anyone has Fall Guys. I would prefer to play with viewers. That way it's a bit more fun. I'm not the greatest fan of the game. I just rage too much. I'm too competitive. I want to win. So, if enough people have Fall Guys, we can definitely play it one day on stream for a bit of fun. Got my schedule today, and oh my god, it's so... Anything I'd use to describe it would get me banned from YouTube. It's pretty full, huh? Are you still learning Greek in Latin? Or is that done with? Full Guy for PS4, it's free. Oh, yeah, it's on PlayStation Plus. Yeah, yeah. I've picked it up. I've played a little bit of it. Like I said, maybe I'll stream it one day if other people here have the game, and then we can play for a couple of hours one day on a Saturday one day. Just chill out. Don't take it seriously. Although I will be taking it very, very seriously. See if Hal Schmooman beats me, I'm going to be raging. I'm going to rage quit, and the stream's going to end. That's what we need to do. We need to conspire against everyone else, right? My guy, right, is bright orange, and I've noticed a lot of people don't use orange. They use like blue most of the time. It's more popular. So if you see an orange guy, it's me. So make sure you let me win. Just say, there's the orange guy, let him come through. I want to win. I mean, I haven't really played it that much, so I can't really complain. I'm sure I'll win one day. But I was playing with Jinkage Gaming, and I swear I was like that close to qualifying to the next round, and there was only like maybe 14 people out of 35 who had qualified. So there was at least another 21 slots to qualify, and I was right there. And for some reason, the game decided, no, time's up, even though there was no timer. And that was it. I gave up. That was the day I gave up on that game. It totally screwed me over. So poop emoji. I hate Fall Guys, but if you play it LB, I'll grab an alt account and play it there. I mean, if you have PlayStation Plus, it's free, I guess, and if you want to play it, just for the lols, as the kids say. Yeah, last year, to get my graduation from school, then I'll do something called Ausbildung, dung, for 3.5 years, then I make another 3 years school. So is it like an apprenticeship, or is it like higher education? Sure, LB, we could have a team. Yeah, it's kind of sad though, because there are some team games, but for the most part, we're not really in a team. We're just in the same server. So the most annoying thing is, since it's Battle Royale, it's like, say I lost at the first round. Say it's that embarrassing. I'd need to wait for everyone else to be eliminated before we start a new round. So there might be a lot of waiting around, but if you know I'm chatting with you guys here, if I get eliminated, we can root for Scheme or Hal or Isaac or whatever, to win that crown. Fall Guys is fun but so hard. It's just annoying. It's like, if there weren't other people, it would be easier, you know? Because it's like when you jump, if other people jump, and they can jump on your head, and so it's like your jump gets restricted. So you could make a perfectly good jump, but if other people are all crammed around you, it's like it's impossible. And there's these parts where you get like the ledges, they kind of tilt, and there's like a ledge on that side and a ledge on that side, and it's like you need to make sure that they kind of line up so you can jump to the next one. And people were so stupid, they kept going on the edge of the ledge, right? So the ledge would have so much weight on it that it would go like that, and people kept jumping there, and I'm like, what you doing? Like, go to that side and level it up a bit, you know? Let's think about this strategically. But no, people just jump everywhere and it's chaos. I've never played it, but I give it a go if you stream it. I mean, if you've got PlayStation Plus, download it. Can't hurt, I guess. We don't have to do it all the time. Maybe we can do like a one-off stream and see how it goes. The stream's buffering just as you finished reading my comment. Oh no, that's not good. I know how you feel, rage. Yep, I just raged. I mean, I feel like you could get better at it once you learn all the mini games. You could improve, but there's just so much rage there, you know. Because I want to win. I want to win. The seesaws. Yeah, that's the one. The seesaws, that's the one I'm talking about. The hardest one I've done so far is the one, I don't know if I can describe it, but there's like, it's not lava, but it's like a goo that's chasing you, and you need to go up and up like that in a spiral all the way up like a big hill, and there's so many obstacles, and there's bits you need to jump over, and and there's like things that push you off, so everyone has to time their jump before the thing pushes them, but everyone jumps at the same time, so it's like you get pushed off, and then it's a disaster. Honestly, you need space. Stay away from the crowd, because as soon as you get huddled in with all the other players, it's a disaster. You're never going to get through it. I used the bubblegum colour scheme. Looks cool. I think I used the orange and blue just because it stood out, because I knew a lot of people would go blue the most, and I didn't want to blend in with everyone else, so I thought I'll go orange, that way it will be easier to see my character. I find a lot of people are using that wolf helmet as well. I purposely didn't use it because I knew everybody would use it, so I avoided that one. Also, I don't have Latin or Greek anymore, at least. It's gone for good, and I got my certificates for both languages. That's good, so at least you can speak 2 more languages, right? Even if one is redundant. I once saw people hanging around the end of the level making fun of people who didn't make it, and then the round ended and they got eliminated. Fools! Fools! Hey Jinkies Gaming! Nice to see you again. You finished work? I wanted to make Latin. To be honest, Latin's in every language these days. You can probably find it here or thereabouts. Let's go, Scott. Oh, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. I guess another 10-15 minutes and then I'll finish up. I'm going to show off the demo. I made a character here, and she functions quite well, very well. So I'm going to show her in the scene with the sound effects, with the music. Cameras aren't connected properly. I'll do that next time, but I'll try and get a rough demonstration here going in a second here. Just try to catch up with some of the comments. I'm like 5 minutes behind. But dude, every day I have school till like 4:50 PM or so, and the one time it goes till 6:20 with my previous schedule too. That's quite late. Normally I finish school at like 3:30, but yeah, that's quite late. Isaac, speaker of Latin, the speaker of truth. It's still fun. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably give it another go. I'm just too competitive, I think, you know. When I get eliminated, I just skip to the exit to the match, since I don't really like waiting. Not really sure if there's a prize for waiting around. Nah, like if you're playing solo, then yeah, there's no point in waiting around. It's just if I'm in a group with you guys, I can't start a new game until you guys finish. So I'd have to wait, and then once you finished, everyone's eliminated, then we could go back and start again. That's the only thing about Battle Royale, you need to wait for other people. I also hate the level with the slime rising. Yeah, that was the one I was talking about, yeah. People keep pushing you off. Exactly. It's hard to explain. Adsterbildung is called in English education. So you find a company where you can make your education, like IT for comparison, then after the 3 years you can go to school again. I don't know, like a trainee program, an internship maybe. I think that's probably what you're meaning. What the game truly is about is teamwork. They really need to start cooperating. I know, everyone just wants that damn crown. They're so selfish. Then you can study to become an IT engineer. That's it. Or It the Clown as an engineer. I won twice in a row, mind. I know, I don't know how you managed that. There's a trophy if you win 5 games in a row. So you probably should have kept playing. You probably would have won all 5. Got that trophy off your list. You'll probably never win another game now. That's how it works. I like how the chat turned into paragraphs of text. Everyone's got a lot to say today. What time does it start? My school used to close at 3:45 every day. Yeah, mine was like 9 AM until 3:30 every day. Fall Guys looks kind of funny. Yeah, and frustrating. Starts at 8 AM usually. 8 AM till like 5-6 o'clock, Isaac. That's crazy. Your school is really... It's really punishing. Have you ever played PT? My dad still has it and it still holds up today. Yeah, I've got PT. I played PT quite a lot. Scared the pants off me. So sad that Silent Hills will never be made, but I think Hideo Kojima, after Death Stranding, he's making a new game, and it's meant to be horror related, so that might be quite good. Maybe it has some leftover influences from PT, Silent Hills. Hello, Scary Animations, talking about scary games. Here's Scary Animations. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great week so far. I don't wear the wolf head because it looks like a fursuit. Yeah, it looks a bit silly, doesn't it? Everyone uses it though, that's why I didn't want to use it. I just didn't want to be another one of those guys. My school ends at 1:15 PM and sometimes at 3:30 PM. Sometimes you get quite lucky, huh? How is it going with the game? Yeah, pretty good. We're maybe like 60% through a second draft of the graphics of all the areas. Off stream, I had to redo my inventory because sadly the game deleted it, which is a bit of a pain. But I've basically got a character here that's kind of working, and I've still got some more work to do with the animations and things like that, but it's coming together quite well. I think there's going to be a public demo at the end of September, but I should have a demo to show you guys by the end of this month. I think I'll have something that's working quite well by then. But yeah, it's going well. So far everything's on track, everything's on schedule, so I think we're still anticipating to get it out by the end of this year. I don't see why not. The only thing that could go wrong is maybe the boss battles, because obviously I don't want a boss battle that's really janky. I want something that flows quite well, so That's the only thing I can see holding me back, just improving boss battles and stuff like that. But I think overall, I can definitely get it out this year. And then what I'm going to do is over the next 2-3 weeks after release, I'll keep updating the game, just improving it, updating a few things here and there. But after that, as long as I've got it into a nice polished state, I'm not going to dwell on it for too long because I want to work on other projects as well for next year. So I want to get this done for this year, and then next year, fresh slate, brand new games coming. Search on YouTube, epic fail on Fall Guy. I can only imagine what that looks like. I definitely did an epic fail. I didn't save it. I didn't even want to remember it, so I didn't bother. Actually, both languages are redundant. At school, we've been learning ancient Greek, not modern. What? Ancient Greek? I thought Greek was just Greek, to be honest. I didn't realise it was like a subsection. Well, at least you can be a historian then. Hey Joseph Jimenez, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. First time here, but cool channel, brother. Aye, thanks for tuning in. We're making a survival horror game, something like Resident Evil, and this is one of the environments we made, and I just made a little character here, so we're going to test. The game's coming together quite nicely. If you've got Dreams, definitely look out for a demo coming at the end of September, and you can give me your feedback. Really, Isaac, doesn't sound useful. That doesn't sound useful at all, does it? Yeah, I just disdain school. Looks nice. Reminds me of a really Resident Evil style. Exactly. Resident Evil, Silent Hill, that's exactly what we're going for. Such a waste of precious time and sanity. Well, at least you got your trance tracks to cheer you up. Do you play LBP anymore? Not really, to be honest, because Dreams takes up all my time, and I guess I could go on it now and again just to play and see what some of the new creations are like. Just that Dreams just takes up a lot of my time now. But I do want to go back to LBP and make another project at some point. It won't be a main project, but I've always wanted to make a movie in Little Big Planet, and I've never done it. So I feel like I want to get that off my bucket list. But like I said, it's not going to be a priority project. But it would be nice to sort of sign off Little Big Planet 3 and make one final movie. School was pretty much useless for me, learning mostly useless stuff. Is that right? Well, at least they taught you how to take a good John Jerry Steve leg. Got to go, guys. Nice to see you again. All right, Joe. Well, enjoy your Friday. Hopefully, John Jerry Steve doesn't cripple you too much tonight. Same. Literally, the only thing it does is take a toll on my mental health. Yeah, I know your school does seem a bit extreme. But hey, it's all in the mind. If you can train your mind to make the most of your time in school, then it's going to go a lot easier. I live in NJ, USA. Is that New Jersey? I'm just guessing. Normally when people tell me where they're from in the United States, they give me the letters, and I'm like, where's that? I probably couldn't even point to New Jersey on the map. That's what school did for me. I don't know the United States map too well. For me, it's 8 AM to 3 PM. 8 AM, that's quite early. See, for me it was always 9 AM, but 8 AM, that's bro. I don't think I could get up that early, even today. 4:22 PM here. So your school finishes then. It's quite close. PT isn't really scary about the jump scares. It's scary because you know Lisa is behind you and you hear extra footsteps when you walk. Mostly just the sounds are scary. The thing that got me the most in PT was the fact that you can zoom. So when you had to look through the crack in the door, it was like the bathroom door, and you had to look through the crack, and then you had to press the button to zoom, and as soon as you zoomed in, it was like something was there, and it was like, oh my god. And they had the baby inside the refrigerator, the fridge. It was like dangling above, and there was like blood dripping from it. It was horrible, honestly, just to listen to that baby screaming. It was quite unsettling. I'm working on a horror game too, but it's not so big. You got to start small, right? I mean, I made a few small horror games before this, so that's what I would expect most people to do, to be honest. This project's probably too big for its own good, but I mean, at the end of the day, I've always wanted to make my own video games, so I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to make small projects. So everything you see from me is going to take a good bit of time to finish, but hopefully they'll all be good, and I'll always improve. Are you able to show us your Greek skills, Isaac? He's the Hercules of language. Sorry, ancient Greek. I know. I want to know what all those symbols are. Could you play the old Hercules game? You know those pots that had like the codes around it? And I think in the old PS1 game they used like symbols for like to save your game and stuff like that. Can you tell me what all those symbols mean? Greatly appreciated. I'm not interested in history at all. I only care about music. What about the history of music? What about the music in ancient Greek times? Perhaps that will interest you. And the funny thing is, music is one of the worst subjects at school. For me, music wasn't so fun. Not just because I wasn't good at it, but the teachers were too strict, you know? Like, music should be fun. It's like art. You should just be able to be creative, learn how to play, but be creative. But the teachers were always like, nah, you need to be perfect, a perfect musician, and I just wasn't that. So, same with art. I wasn't. I can see. The thing is, if I look at something, I can draw it, and I can paint. If I look at something, but if I need to use my imagination to make something, it's like, you know, I can't do it. I guess you need that photographic memory. Also, is that common for German schools, Isaac? When I lived in Germany, I had to do some Latin, so I'm wondering whether it's common in every school. Could be. Could just be like a tradition. Art was the same for me, Isaac. See, I liked art in the terms of like drawing things, but then you had to do art theory, and you had to learn about artists and write essays about them, and it's like, I don't care. I just want to be creative. Like, see if they should put Dreams. They should put Dreams or Little Big Planet or something like that in schools. You know, because they don't teach 3D things in school. You have to go to like university or college or whatever to actually learn these things. But they should implement them into high school, even if it's just like a little portion. Because I feel like a lot of people just forget about these things. Because when I finished high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I wanted to make games, but I didn't think I would be able to do it. I didn't think it was a viable option. Because it's not every day people make games. And then one day I was like, my friend went to college and he was like, oh, they're enrolling, you should check it out, see if there's any placements left. So I went on the website, had a look around for game related stuff, and I found game development. And I thought, alright, okay, I'll apply. So like maybe like a few days later I had an interview and the guy said, alright, you're in. So I was like, cool. So I did that for a year in college. And it was mostly just 3D modelling, a little bit of programming. I wasn't that good at programming because I don't have that mind for it. I'm more visual. So I did some 3D modelling. I made some crazy stuff. I made remember Family Guy, The Bird Is the Word. I made Batman and I made Superman, and I made them dance to The Bird Is the Word. It's very crazy, and I think I got an A for it. Don't quote me on that, but I think I did. And after that, then I went to uni for years and years. And uni is... See, the thing I would say, if you go to uni, right, you got to have the right mentality for it. I probably wasn't in the right stage of my life to go to uni. Because it took a big toll on me. But to be honest, I'm going to shit all over the uni as well, because the lecturers, some of them are awful. Like, dreadful. They get paid all that money and... all they do is they say, no offence if anybody's a lecturer by the way, but basically all they do is they hand you something and then they go away, they piss off, they go away and get a coffee, and they don't come back for like 3-4 hours, and they come back at the end, and it's like, has anyone got any questions? By that point, most people have left, because you're free to go. If you want to do work at home, if you want to do other things and come back later, you're free to do it. So the lectures were boring. You just sat there like a drone, and then when you got into the workshops, they just left. They just went away. So if you didn't know how to do something, oh well, screw you. You just need to look at the tutorials on their damn website, and if you struggle, well, oh well, that's it. And there was so many students in a class. There was like 30-40 people. So they had like helpers. They were like ex-students who came back to help. So they have some knowledge. But even then, they didn't know everything. And there's only 2 of them. So for 30-40 people, all asking for help. So honestly, like, if you want to get into games or animation, sure, it's good to get into university because you can get the certificate, you know, the degree at the end of it. But ultimately, you see, that's the thing. One of my lecturers, right, someone asked him, like, okay, when I graduate, can I get into the games industry? And he pretty much was like, probably not. And then they're like, what if I stay on for a master's degree? Will I get into the games industry a little bit easier because I've got a master's? And even then he was like, you know, so he pretty much said the only people that get a job in the games industry is if you get in at the bottom. You know, like, you're the guy that makes the tea and the coffee, or you're a game tester. It's like these guys are the ones that get the opportunity. So it doesn't matter if you've got a fancy degree or a master's degree, or if, you know, you're really talented. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if someone is friends or gets in at the bottom, they beat you. They beat you. And I always thought that was dead shit. That, because it was so competitive, your only real way of getting in was just to scrape your way through. So talent meant nothing. Demonstrating hard work meant nothing. You just had to get into the bottom. And I felt like, you know what, I like my creative freedom. That's why I do YouTube. That's why I create here. I do streams, because my idea one day is to create that dream studio where we can actually create like this as a part-time or a full-time job one day. That's what I want to do. I feel like if you work for a big studio or whatever, you know, people boss you around and you don't really have the freedom to do what you want, you know. And you don't even need to do dreams in the future. You could move on to indie development. There's a lot of indie developers. You know, it's easier than ever to make your own game. You don't need to join a big studio. And you can make surprisingly good money with it, as long as you're patient, hardworking. But yeah, that was my university rant. And it all started because Isaac doesn't like high school, and I'm already telling you about university. I'm not putting anybody off, by the way. If anyone wants to go to university, go for it. Just need to have the right mentality for it and understand that the university part is like a tiny part of what's going to define you. You need to do so much more, you know. We get to pick between music and art. Both suck though. That's a shame, because they're like the creative studies and they suck so bad. And it's quite relaxing after I come home from a stressful liaison. Is that what you were going to say? Okay, I think I will go to sleep. Good night, everyone. Scary Animations, thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. See you next time. I don't think I'll make a small project either, LB. I have a few proper game ideas I want to get done. Yeah, my idea for short things, I was only ever going to make, like... So I made Fear of the Night, then I made Super Alien Buddy, then I made that competition level, What Lies Within, and I've got one more short level. You saw it, the storybook, the cartoon storybook level. I still need to finalise that, and that's probably one of my last short things. So Subject is going to be huge. I'm making The Legend of Bo Veretta. It's not going to be as long as Subject. It's maybe only going to be like a couple of hours long, maybe, tops. Same with Super Alien Buddy 2. It's not going to be as short as the first game. It's going to be at least an hour and a half to 2 hours long, maybe. But the next project that's going to be like on the length of Subject is probably going to be the first-person horror game that I'm making. So I'm definitely going to make shorter things, but I say shorter because it's like still long. It's still going to take people like an hour and a half to 2 hours to finish everything that I make. I don't like making like 20-minute things. It just, I only did it before because I wanted to gain experience and learn from the tools, but I feel like I'm learning, and I feel like I'm capable of making something that can keep people's attention for a good amount of time, you know. LB8 stuff from your imagination only comes after you copied a ton. Yeah. Once it's ingrained into your mind. Sounds like most of my teachers in school and art college, useless. Absolutely useless, yep. I don't even know how they got the job in the first place, you know. I feel like we need to hold these people to higher standards. Wow, I just realised I spelled lesson wrong. Yeah, that sounded like liaison. I was about to go crazy about how you don't know what lesson means, but then I realised I spelt it wrong. I know you take me for a fool that I don't know how to read lesson. Right, I'm gonna pause this here, this track here, and here we go. And I'll play through this. I don't know, the fan might be so loud that you might not hear everything, but let's give it a wee bash. Here we've got our character. Hello, I'm very ugly, but I'm going to fix the face, don't you worry. So, this is basically how the character is going to work. So, as we run through the hall. Don't look at how she jiggles, right? It's all an illusion. So, got our wee tanky controls here. And then she goes to the end here. I think it works quite well. I think it definitely beats Puppy the Trinker when it comes to demonstrating things. So yeah, I think it looks alright so far. You know, I think she gets the job done. So for like literally a couple of hours work, she's already functional. Because I remember when we first started using Puppy the Trinker, it was like people were saying like, oh, just replace the put the character's limbs on Puppy the Trinker. But then that was a pain in the ass, like trying to get all the sculpts on it. So I was like, nah, I'm going to make it from scratch. And literally this took me like a couple of hours tops to sort out the logic for this. So all I need to do is refine the animations. I need to update some of the logic for depending on how much health you have, because she walks differently, both slow walking and running, depending on the health. She holds herself, or if she's on low health, she limps and goes really slow as well. So I need to add that. I need to add a knife, so maybe if you hold, let's say L1, so classic controls L1 and X, modern controls L1 and R1. So I'll add a knife attack to her. So she's got her gun, she's got a knife, and then I'll implement the shotgun, the machine gun, the magnum, all those kind of things, just to get her complete. And then once she's looking good, I'll put the inventory in. So actually see what the inventory looks like. We'll have the maps, we'll have the file system, all good to go. The last thing I'll work on will be the face, because I want to redo the face, but I want to add like facial expressions. So being able to move the mouth and like the cheeks and the eyebrows and things like that. So I was thinking like when she aims, she can actually like focus more. You know, I think it will add a bit more to her expressions. And then obviously I need to do the full face for the cutscenes, because I don't think the cutscenes are going to look amazing like for the facial animation, but I need to get it at least decent, so it gets the job done. And I'll keep updating it as much as I can. I just haven't focused on that yet because I'm going to focus on the cutscenes in October, so I'll probably do most of the facial animation in October. I just need to get enough done so I can actually get a playable demo ready of the game, and the demo's really not that far off, because like I said, once I refine this character a little bit more, once I get the inventory in, once I add some gameplay like she can pick up ammo and health and these kind of things, I imagine I can probably get that done within the next few weeks easily. And then we'll keep working on the environments in the hospital, just so I can send more environments to Intra Attack out, so he can keep doing the lighting. And this, I think it's safe to say the demo will be ready for the end of September. But by the end of September, ideally, not only would I like this demo to be done, but I would like most of the game to be playable, so you can actually run around the entire hospital, run around the entire lab by the end of September. So then October I can focus on the cutscenes, refining the animations, and then, you know, November just polishing the boss battles, polishing the combat. If we find that we need to change any camera angles, update any scenes for another draft, or change item placements, so maybe it's like, oh, the game's too hard, I need to put some extra things around, or maybe it's like, okay, let's put this file in another location, I can do that just after testing it over and over and over. I'll refine it the best I can. But everything seems to be on track. Like I said, the only thing that's stopping me is if there's any problems come up, like the boss battles are not good enough. The combat is going to be the hardest part, but I think I've got this. It's going to be good. I'm quietly confident. Let me see here. How can I find you in Dreams? So yeah, Hauschmumen. Pretty much told you there. LittleBigAnimation. You can see here. There we go. John Jerry Steve. LittleBigAnimation. Ta-da! Follow everybody else here. Scheme Cost is actually Schemes at DBT. I think it is. And Hauschmumen is Small Human. Looking very crinkly, LB. I know, very crinkly indeed, isn't it? That's Bovaretta's cousin, Bimble. How dare you? How dare you defile her? You know how many hours I worked on her? What's her occupation, LB? She works in a pharmaceutical company. It's true. Just made an awesome GIF, which you can see on LBA's Discord channel. Oh god, what have you made? Firecat on the rocket launcher. Nice. Firecat's always getting gifted up, isn't he? Had a weapon idea and all. It's a good weapon. Have you seen the facial animation demo that was in Lady Alexi's video today? That the level and I'm aiming for in cutscenes. Not super realistic, but should do the job. Is that the one from those guys that made that movie? I saw it on Twitter. They made like an old man, and it was like animated. I don't know if that's the same one, but it was on Twitter and it looked really good. I don't know if I'll get there for Subject. I think it might be a little too early for me, but definitely for the next big project I would like to improve my facial animation skills. Stream is buffering like 5 minutes. Really? Hasn't buffered for you yet? I say it's weird. Some people complain it's buffering, but other people say it's fine. So sometimes it's not all my fault. Sometimes it's your own fault. Maybe your internet is dying. You know, maybe it's like one of those days where everyone's using the internet. Defiled, that's a compliment. Bimbo Trinket is beautiful. Well, if you say so. If you say so. Anyone related is beautiful, surely. I know they've all got good genes. They've got very good genes indeed. So yeah, oh look, she can even climb boxes. She's a woman of many talents. Boom! and then let's test. I can't test the door, unfortunately. I think I set the logic up differently. But yeah, basically, oh, she lost her gun. Oh, there it's there. She got it back again. We're all good. So that's basically her, the environment, and so like I said, once I update her, add the inventory, get some more of the job center to enter attack out. He'll do a bit more stuff there, and I'll sort out the streets. I need to really put some more detail into the street area, and once that's done, the demo will be in good shape. It's still on track for the end of September. You'll be able to play a full demo then, so I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all think when everything's more polished. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. So I think next week we'll finish off the hospital areas, and I think the week after that we can make a good dent in the underground lab, and I'll get as many of those to enter attack out as I can, so we can do all the lighting. And I'm just going to have to work on this as much as I can off stream, just to get it in a good place. But I'm confident it's going to turn out pretty good. We just have to believe. I will always make a Firecat gif. He's forever your go-to gif guy. Bimbo Krechinka deserves love. Definitely. If I get inspired, indeed. So I'm getting pretty hungry now. I think we streamed for about an hour and 20 minutes today. So let me know if anyone has Fall Guys. If enough people have it and want to play, maybe we can do a stream tomorrow. Play a little bit of Fall Guys, but only if there's people playing with me, because I don't want to play solo. Screw that. So enjoy the rest of your Friday. I'm gonna work more on this tonight. So next week I'll hopefully have the inventory and proper little demo going, and we'll continue to work on more of the environments then. So let me know if anyone has Fall Guys, and we can maybe organise something tomorrow. Not a huge stream, but until we suffer too much rage, and then we'll call it a day, I think. Right, so we've got Hauschmumen. Hauschmumen's got Fall Guys. Isaac's got Fall Guys. Scheme's going to download it. That's good. Then I don't know how many people you can have in a party. So let's just say you three guys. Maybe Jinkage Gaming will join us. Maybe, if he's not busy. We'll see how many people we can invite in a party. I haven't even checked. So yeah, it sounds like a plan. We'll maybe try that tomorrow then. I'm not super excited for it, to be honest, but if we're playing it together, maybe it'll get fun. Maybe a bit more fun. It's been a while since I've done a Saturday stream, so I think I'll do one tomorrow, and then that'll keep us going till Monday. I think it's 4 people maximum. All right, well if we have Hauschmumen, we have Scheme, and we have Isaac, I think that's our little squad for tomorrow then. Obviously, if anybody else wants to play, I'm sure we can rotate. I'm sure if not everyone's going to want to play for hours, we'll see how it goes. So the team would be LB, Scheme, Isaac and me. Yeah, we say team, but really we're going to backstab each other once it comes to the individual events. Yeah, Call Guys stream. Call Guys? What are you trying to say? I'm not a call guy. Thanks for stream, LB. Yeah, just a few games. It should be cool. Yeah, to be honest, the games on Fall Guy, they're really short. Like, even if you get to the final round, it's very quick. Like, every round is very, very quick. So, I mean, you can play for as long as you want. There's no pressure. I'll probably play for like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if we're having fun. So it'll probably be like this, maybe a bit earlier, maybe around UK time, about 6 o'clock maybe. We'll see what everyone's schedule is like, as long as everyone's had something to eat and we're all good to go. Fall Guys, more like cam girls, cam guys. What about those? The cam guys need some love, don't they? Alright, well enjoy the rest of your night. I'm going to go and get something to eat, play a little, and then I'll do some more work on this. So enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see some of you tomorrow then. We'll have a quick few games of Fall Guys. So yeah, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye!